And good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Planery Session 2 State in Action, Good Innovation, and Replicable Practices Against Tobacco and Nicotine Industry Interference. This session is especially significant because it showcases the on ground commitment and innovation by states in India to push back against the deeply embedded influence of tobacco and nicotine industry. Across the country, state level action is playing a defining role in ensuring tobacco control laws and implemented not just in letter but in spirit. We will hear from key state nodal officers and civil society who have demonstrated that despite the odds, with the right vision, partnership, and public will, tobacco industry interference can be effectively countered. I honor to welcome the chairs of this session, whose leadership and vision continue to guide tobacco control strategies across South Asia and India. Dr. Rana J. Singh, Director, Tobacco Control, Southeast Asia, Vital Strategies, and Dr. Rakesh Gupta, President and Director, Cypher Chandigarh. We thank you for joining us and looking forward to your reflections at the end of this session. I request every presenter to keep your presentation for 4 minutes. Now, I request chairs to introduce our speakers.
Yes, Dr. Rana, you may do it. Dr. Rana, are you available? Okay, then I'll be introducing the panelists. So we have with us from Karnataka, Dr. Rajni. She's the State Nodal Officer from NTCP. From Himachal Pradesh, we have Dr. Gopal Chauhan, who is the SNO, NTCP. Then we have from Punjab and Haryana, we have Ms. Supinder Kaur Gill. She's from the Generation Savia Association. She's the Project Director, Tobacco Control. From Uttarakhand, we have Mr. Avdesh Kumar. He's from the Balaji Seva Sansthan. From Uttar Pradesh, we have Satish Tripathi. He's the state consultant. From Tamil Nadu, we have Cyril Alexander. He is from the MACT. And from Bihar, we have Deepak Mishra. He's from SEEDS. He's the executive director of the organization. From Chhattisgarh, we have Dr. Kamlesh Jain. He's the state nodal officer from the state tobacco control, right? So I think we can start with Dr. Rajni. She's from Karnataka. So Dr. Rajni is available. So as this session is about the innovative practices and the replicable practices in controlling the tobacco industry interference. So if Dr. Rajni is not available, then Dr. Gopal Chauhan.
Yes, sir. Am I audible,
okay.
sir?
Yeah. Yeah, you're
okay. Thank you. Can I start?
Yeah.
Yes, Dr.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, chairs, for giving me the opportunity on this very important day today. I have been given the task to tell something about innovative and replicable practices against tobacco and nicotine industry interference in my state. I belong to Himachal Pradesh. I will be not formally doing any PowerPoint presentation, although I have, mailed it to the organizers, but I will be speaking in a flow. I don't think that there is need to display this presentation, Mr. Rajiv. First of all, we need to understand, what tobacco industry is, because we are listening to all the, learned panelists since morning. Tobacco industry mainly comprises those persons and companies engaged in growth, preparation, sale, shipment, advertisement, distribution of tobacco and related tobacco products. It means that, whosoever is doing this kind of work, we can call them as tobacco industry. And now coming to the interference, by definition, it is a process of, hindrance or interruption, in our anti-tobacco movement. And we have multiple provisions, we are hearing that at global level we are having the FCTC provision, and from there the Article 5.3 of FCT is derived. And many states in India, I think most of the states, they have the provisions, they have some regulations, they have some notification, they have a mechanism, they have some protocols, that how to implement, how to regulate, the tobacco products within the ambient of Article 5.3 of FCTC. Although there is a variation, it has to be a call from the Government of India. But since Government of India has not drafted those pan-India kind of protocol or notified them, the state governments has done it. Although there is advisory from Government of India. I have explained that the tobacco industry means that they are involved in growth, preparation, advertisement, sale, and distribution. I've done some analysis that where the interference is more. In growth, there is a full interference, of the tobacco industry, and it is contrary to the FCTC Empower Code by NTCP and related laws. In preparation, it is a partial. For advertisement, it is a full, interference by tobacco industry, and for sale and distribution, it is again partial. In my state, we have a timeline that by 2030 we have to reduce the tobacco use prevalence among adults below 5% to achieve the tobacco end game. This is our action plan in the state. The tobacco use in the state was 22% in 2010, and it came down to 16% in 2016. Currently, it is around about 11.6%. By the end of this year, we aim to reduce it below 10%, and by 2030, as SDG commitment, below 5%. And we have developed the action plan. We will be deliberating on those action plans in the subsequent discussions. Major tobacco industry encounters which we faced in the state of Himachal Pradesh, they are when we declared Shimla city as the smoke-free city in 2010. There was the tobacco industry started 5,000 units of tobacco production in the home district of the then Chief Minister. And we took a call in collaboration with the NGO. We met the pradhans of the panchayats. There was a lot of, civil society movement. And within a period of 6 months, we were able to close the tobacco industry after, filing PIL in the court of law. It was a successful, attempt to stop that, entry of tobacco industry manufacturing unit in Himachal Pradesh. In 2011, the tobacco industry filed a case in the High Court of Himachal Pradesh that there will be a big loss to the taxes and state exchequer if you control tobacco in the state. They were, calculating that there will be 13 crore revenue loss to the state of Himachal Pradesh. We encountered that argument in the state with the, by taking some inputs from the experts that there is a huge revenue loss, and we are, treating the patients from the, the tobacco-related diseases in the state, and the cost is, multifold than the revenue of the state, and we won that case in the court. Then in 2010, the Godfrey Philip Award were given to the, experts from medical college, the heart specialists, the, chest and TB physicians in Chandigarh. And then notices were served to those people, and the awards were returned to the organizers. And the, as the action was taken as per the CCS conduct rule against the employees and the doctors in the state. And they met Honorable CM multiple times and argued that the tobacco control movement has to be reduced because it is bread and butter of the tobacco sellers. But at the end of the day, I think we are on a winning note, that there is a constant tobacco industry interference in the state, but we have a strategy. We are having a collaboration with the other state partners also, that how to deal with this situation. Yes, in the end, I would like to say that the tobacco industry interference will continue because they claim that it is their bread and butter, but we cannot claim it at their right, because we are dealing with the lives of the patient. But in the end, I would like to say that we should have a robust system in place, a definite and defined protocol of Article 5.3, but we must include the nicotine kind of products in that list also, which is not currently happening in the states, and the policies has to be implemented and monitored regularly. That's all from my side. Thank you very much.
So, Dr. Rana, you may please summarize his presentation or whatever is said. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Gopal, for giving case study or your experience of tobacco industry interference. So you highlighted 3 instances. Yes, so they were very important, and because of your quick actions, you were able to stop setting up of BD industry in your state of Himachal Pradesh. I think that is something which everyone need to learn. And yes, you also mentioned a few other tobacco industry interference and how you were able to tackle them. So thank you very much for sharing experience from state of Himachal Pradesh. And now we can move to our next state, uh, Punjab and Haryana. So do we have Upinder? Ms. Upinder Kaur. So Upinder Preet Kaur is the project director of tobacco control and working with Generation Savior Association, Mohali, Punjab. Dr. Upinder?
Yes, sir.
Acha,
Thank
okay.
you.
Okay. So you are there.
Sir, sorry to interrupt, but our uh,
Okay. So you have Deepak. So anyhow,
Deepak
so
Mishra.
let's. I think you already have modified the slides. So we next speaker we have Mr. Deepak Mishra. Deepak Mishra is a trained tobacco control expert, having now over 25 years of experience in social development sector. He currently heads the socio-economic and educational development society SEEDS Bihar, and he supports tobacco control specifically in state of Bihar, Jharkhand, and Delhi, and also he is using his experience supporting other partners across the country. So over to Mr. Deepak Mishra.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very
So
much.
first of all, I would request once again 5 minutes, very quick, crisp message.
ठीक है सर, चौथे मिनट पे एक बार मुझे अलर्ट बता दीजिएगा.
Yes. Okay.
So, is my presentation visible?
Yes.
Fine. I'll quickly go through this. I have 3 instances for tobacco industry interference in the state so far. I mean, these are the major one which was noted and noticed, and what we did, I'll also explain here. So just to begin with, this is the prevalence of Bihar, and Bihar has Bihar was when the program was started, this tobacco control. The prevalence was very high, that is 53.5%. When the GATS 2, it was reduced to 25.9%. So it is a very high prevalent state. Now it is below the national average. So these are the 3 instances. There is a tax reduction by the government. Another one is evidently they have ordered this tobacco vendor license issue, and third one was civil society partners were threatened by this tobacco industry group, front group. So the first one is the case of the last almost a decade ago. There's a time of election. So these as we all know that there's a State Tobacco Control Coordination Committee constituted in all the states. So during and in Bihar specifically, apart from STCC, Chief Secretary used to monitor the program once in every year. So in one of the program, there was a proposal to hike the tax. That time it was the VAT. So on a certain percentage, which was the existing was very less. तो जब वो प्रपोजल गया तो instantly tobacco farmers, they Bihar is also cultivating tobacco, good quality of tobacco in few of the district in the northern part of Bihar. So those farmers approached one of the minister that time, and rather the assembly speaker, and it was his constituency. So and subsequently speaker took them to the to this chief minister, and जब next जो मीटिंग हुई इसकी कैबिनेट की, तो उस मीटिंग में गवर्नमेंट हैज डिसाइडेड टू रिड्यूस इट. एक तो फ्रंट ग्रुप का प्रेशर था, दूसरा tobacco lobby like company like ITC, they have presented some wrong figure to the finance department of the government. तो उस टाइम पे ये जो और एक the health department had proposed certain percentage of tax. So this was fine. Ultimately, this was reduced in the cabinet. और जो बीड़ी पे था वो 0 ही था, बट जो टोबैको लीव्स पे 13.5% से उन्होंने 0 कर दिया, जो हम लोगों ने प्रपोज किया था 35% पे. सो इस तरह से जो फिर उसकी मीडिया एडवोकेसी हुई, बट गवर्नमेंट ने लीफ पे तो 0 ही रखा और बाकी प्रोडक्ट पे थोड़ा बढ़ा दिया था टैक्स. सो आप ये देख सकते हैं घोषणा करके वायदे से पलटी सरकार, स्टेट रैशन assurance. So this kind of media advocacy was done. Then subsequently, we also submitted a memorandum to the Chief Minister. Next is the tobacco vendor license. We all know that in 2017, an advisory was issued by Ministry of Health to all the states for this tobacco vendor licenses. So Bihar had the provision in their Bihar Municipal Act for license provision for tobacco products as well. So PMC, Patna Municipal Corporation, was the first one in the country to come out with this tobacco vendor license order. This was the order. But जैसे ही वो order आया, you can see कि किस तरह से hesitation होने लगे, and subsequently ये काफी हंगामा खड़ा हो गया और सरकार ने उस ऑर्डर को फाइल के अंदर ही दबा के आज तक 2017 के एंड में ये इशू हुआ था और आज हम 2025 पे है. इट इज अराउंड 8 years. सो कंप्लीटली अबंडन कर दिया गया था इस टबैको वेंडर लाइसेंस को. उसके बाद वी अप्रोच्ड द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ झारखंड. Ranchi Municipal Corporation started it, and they succeeded in at certain steps, but again there was interference by the tobacco lobby in the state of Jharkhand as well. The third one is, I mean, this one was, in fact, this kind of setting was given to many of us. Many of our colleagues are also here in this webinar today. And this kind of letters were sent. They used to send messages, WhatsApp messages and text messages. So to all the NGO that we have been presenting false data, frivolous data to the government to get the policy passed. And this kind of issue was there rampant in around 6 or 7 or 8 states. So what we did, we approached our state tobacco.
I'm afraid your time is up.
So okay, just 30, yes. Just 40 seconds, sir. Okay. So then they have threatened us to disturb our office and all. So we approached STCC, State Tobacco Control, head of the State Tobacco Control Coordination Committee, and the police. And then state government has written to all the district magistrate and superintendent of police by quoting the FCTC guideline issued by the state government earlier, and they also asked all the collector and SP to give the protection and the safety security to SEED's team members as well. So Bihar was the one state, they have already issued this kind of notification. High power empowered committee was there, and that way we could save. And but still a big challenge, because we know lots of letters are being sent against us. So there's a need for political commitment, which is still lacking. So this is what I just wanted to cover. Thank you very much.
So thank you, Deepakji. So we all know in tobacco control that how proactive Mr. Deepak is, and he told us about the 3 case studies, because they plan to reduce the tax, the VAT, from 30 to 20%, but it was reduced by from 30 to 20% as promised. And then the TVL in 2017 they tried to introduce this tobacco industry, and his NGO was threatened by the tobacco industry. So thanks a lot, Deepakji, and we'll have a question answer session after the
Sure.
question.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Dr. Rana.
Thank you, Deepak ji, once again. So our next speaker is Ms. Upinder Preet Kaur, Project Director, Generation Savior Association from Mohali, Punjab. So over to Upinder.
Thank you so much, sir. So keeping the constraint of time in mind, I will not go with my formal presentation because then that will take a little time. I will just highlight a few incidences that we have faced in the state of Punjab, Haryana, and UT Chandigarh. Before listing out the incidences, the three states that we're working in have different. They've reached the different milestones when we talk about Article 5.3. If we talk about Punjab, we have an empowered committee in place for Article 5.3. But the major challenge that we are facing now is of the regular meetings that should happen for that empowered committee. So that is something that needs to be strengthened. And if we talk about Haryana, till today, we don't have a formal policy or empowered committee for Article 5.3. Though we, in the last SLCC, which happened last month, we did get a nod from the ACS for the formation of the same, and we are hoping. I think I'm getting an echo back. So we are hopeful that in coming 1 or 2 months, we will have a formal empowered committee for the state of Haryana also. And Chandigarh in that matter too have a small notification that bars any direct interactions with the health department of the tobacco industry, but we still don't have a formal empowered 5.3. So keeping those things in mind, I think Punjab have reported the maximum number of industry interferences. And that could also be one reason because Punjab have been proactive in many of the initiatives like ban of e-cigarettes when Dr. Rakesh Gupta was there as the state nodal officer. And also starting from what Deepak Mishra ji also said, we've had a similar incident in 2014 January, wherein the VAT on the tobacco products was reduced from 50% to 20.5%, and then the civil society organizations came in together and protested that. But a similar incident happened in Punjab state also. So I think that was a very decided move by the industry that happened across the country. And after that, in 2015, when Punjab came up with a new initiative of Progressive Punjab Meet, which was to attract business and industry into the state of Punjab, ITC was one of the prominent participants in that meet by promising a food processing plant in one of the districts of the state. And because of that, many of the policies that were, on table for implementation for tobacco control were derailed and delayed because of that. And in that exact thing, because we as a civil society organization and other partners protested such an open participation of ITC into that meet, and also asked for the minutes of the meetings that happened with the chief minister and other bureaucrats apart from the ITC, the Progressive Punjab meet that happened. Later on to that, the empowered committee was formed, and we are happy to share that those regular protests and letters of every year's Progressive Punjab meet, the last year's in West Punjab meet didn't have a representation from ITC in that, and there was no clear partnerships. There was no visible partnerships that came forward in way of the chairperson of the ITC meeting, the chief minister, and so forth. Apart from that, when we talk about TVL, yes, the state of Punjab and Haryana, all of them did face a backlash. Mohali, one district of Punjab, was through its local bodies, was able to pass into its meeting about the TVL in the city on the corporation of Mohali, which was protested by the front groups of these tobacco industries as a protest, which happened outside the health minister's residence, the corporation, and also the offices of Generation Saver Association was targeted in the same. And when we talk about Haryana, when Haryana was about to, work on loose cigarette ban, and also when they were on the verge of moving the TVL file, there was a representation that came to the health minister, the ACS, and the principal secretary by the industry, stating that Haryana is a hub for a lot of illicit tobacco products that are happening, and the state should answer that what they are doing to curb this illicit trade. And in that, the government, the state tobacco control cell, reached out to us, and we technically supported them into kind of, not reverting to those letters sent by the tobacco industry. So that was one incident that had happened in the state of Haryana. And now that we're working, I think the entire country is working on TOFI guidelines. It becomes very important to also emphasize that when we go to schools and sensitize them about the TOFI guidelines, we really need to identify and empower these education institutions not to partner with any industry-sponsored events directly or indirectly, because in the state of Punjab and UT Chandigarh, we are seeing that tobacco industry funded organizations, which doesn't clearly depicts that they are the industry sponsoring those events, are coming forward into school activities. So that is one component of the trophy that really needs to be looked into, of maybe in form of a undertaking or affidavit that comes from those supporting organizations. So as the time's up thing also comes up, I think I end with that. There have been many incidences, but having an empowered committee is a requirement if you really want to monitor and curb the industry interferences in our day-to-day working. So thank you so much.
So thank you, Upinder, for highlighting the instances of tobacco industry interference in Chandigarh, in Chandigarh, Punjab, and Haryana. And I think you missed that tobacco industry interference, but we faced when we passed the notification of the smokeless tobacco, the flavored and the sweetened tobaccos.
There are many more. It's just that in respect of time, I had to limit it.
Rana.
Thank you, Pandarji, for highlighting those instances of tobacco industry interference in these three states, and what is the importance of having FCTC Article 5.3 state policy. So I am aware of many such instances where this state policy was used to mitigate or to counter that interference. So thank you. So now I'm happy to invite Mr. Avdesh Kumar, a academic professional from the state of Uttarakhand. Currently, he is heading Balaji Seva Sansthan and closely working with the State Tobacco Control Cell, as well as Uttarakhand also has a tobacco-free coalition, Uttarakhand Tobacco-Free Coalition, UTFC, where all the members are very actively working to make a state tobacco free. So over to Mr. Avdesh.
Good afternoon, sir, and good afternoon, everyone. I'm thankful to RCTC, PGI Chandigarh, and Vital City to honor to share how our state has taken bold and creative steps to safeguard public health from the widespread influence of the tobacco industry. My presentation.
So very briefly, Avdeshji,
Okay.
just share the experience. Yes, and what was that? How it was countered or mitigated?
Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. In our state, we have been firsthand how these practices are implied. We want to share. For example, there was a situation involving ITC VAS program, Sunharakal program, where the tobacco giant tried to gain access to government school by partnering with an NGO. This was first noticed through vigilant social media, through UTFC member, social media monitoring, and prompt action was taken by our state health and both education department with support of Uttarakhand Tobacco Free Coalition representative. Also notable was the protest in Haldwani during the implementation of tobacco vendor licensing event. It is a very big protest. And we even witnessed a key public figures, our sports minister appearance unintentionally in in one of the ITC CSR program, where our UTFC member opposed for that. These instances highlight why it is critical to address tobacco and nicotine industry interference, especially when public health and well-being our children and youth is in a state. This is some instances. Next slide. The issue we face is clear. The tobacco industry continue to use deceptive practice to infiltrate and influence public policy. This action not only undermined our efforts to promote health, but also set dangerous precedents that could be followed by other industries. The growing influence of the tobacco industry has created a situation where public health policies must constantly be on guard to resist unique influence, especially in area meant to educate and protect our future generations. In response to these challenges, our team, our state has formulated a series of robust forwarding thinking strategies to how to respond it. First, to adopt a strong policy and implementing the WHO FCTC Article 5.3, which clearly prohibits tobacco industry CSR activities and initiatives that could compromise public health policies. Second, empower committees at both the state and district level. We established committee aligned with the SLC and DLCC. Third, proactive monitoring. Civil society and government department flag violation of to not to no any NGO take grant from government and also take grant from any tobacco industry. Cross-sectional collaboration. We have initiated dialogue with the different directive order within the health and education sector to ensure that there are no partnerships that could unintentionally promote tobacco industry interests. These strategies have already borne fruit. For instance, CR initiative by ITC intended for schools has been halted, thereby protecting our public health and reinforcing our commitment to transparent and accountable government. Next, the health department issue a circular to all departments to ensure that those NGO who are working with the government cannot take grants from tobacco industry, and this would be in contravention of FCTC Article 5.3. And it is fully implemented in Uttarakhand currently.
Very good.
So next,
please.
yeah, the impact of this initiative goes beyond stopping tobacco industry influence in isolated cases by actively enforcing policies and maintaining robust oversight through empowered committees and protective monitoring. We set a replicable model that other state can adopt.
Right.
Next, in conclusion, the fight against tobacco industry interference is an ongoing battle. On that demands innovation, commitment, and resolute action. Thank you for your attention. I look forward to our continued discussion on how we can further expand this strategy and work together to protect our communities from the hazards influence of the tobacco and nicotine industry. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Deshji, for sharing your initiatives against tobacco industry, especially the notification under 5.3, Article 5.3. And the good thing is that it is available at the district level also. And so you could stop CSR funding, then active monitoring is being done. So these are very good initiatives. So anything to add, Dr. Rana?
No, I think, thank you very much. I think the way BSS along with Uttarakhand Tobacco Free Coalition, they have been able to counter and mitigate all those interferences. So this is really very crucial. And all those experiences of CSR, tobacco industry interference through various CSR initiative. I remember this one about tobacco vendor licensing when their front groups were against. They met the mayor and they were against enactment of tobacco vendor licensing policies. So I think these are very important initiatives. So thank you very much, Avdeshji. Now I'm happy to invite Mr. Satish Tripathi. having more than 1.5 decade of experience in tobacco control, sporting state of Uttar Pradesh State Tobacco Control Cell as a state consultant, doing an excellent work. So let's hear from him the specific instances of tobacco industry interference in the state of Uttar Pradesh and how the state has been able to counter them, mitigate them. So over to Mr. Satish. Welcome. Satish ji?
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, yes.
As you know, in UP, we are doing tobacco industry interference, many challenges there. So we have a notification for this in 2019. As you know, UP is the biggest state of country in terms of population. So we have a many best practices and we do over the last 1-2 years because we faced many challenges and in terms of tobacco industry. My presentation, please.
Dipali?
Presentation.
Yes, it's coming. Rajiv, Dipali, presentation.
In the meantime, you can continue to talk, Seji.
No, so it's okay. I'm just sharing. As you know, tobacco companies strive to make enforcement ineffective in return. Whenever we do enforcement activities, this is our biggest challenge. Whenever we, our team go to for enforcement drive, and after that, the vendor, tobacco industry, refund all they took receipt and they refund money. And tobacco companies approach to education institution to organize school competition like in foundation some foundation approaches to our education department and do some activities immediately. Our state administrative actively ban all the activities. If we are sharing experiences, front group tries drill the TVL process, tobacco vendor licensing. We are in under 5 municipal corporations are in the process of vendor licensing. So next, 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 next. These are back, go back. These are the, I'm sharing front group tried to drill the TVL process and protest in Mathura, Ghaziabad, Gorakhpur, Varanasi, Lucknow, Ayodhya. We are in the process of finalizing stage for tobacco vendor licensing. ITC started to using its logo for its promotion through in our Saharanpur district. There is Prime Minister Pradhan Mantri Poshan Yojana and Abhiyan state. ITC using logo for in this scheme. Immediately our state team later issued and they stop promotion. ITC signed MOU with Urban Development Department for Waste Management and Green Cities. Pan Masala Association tried to threaten us, send later they will protest in front of office and home during vendor licensing. Recently in Fatehpur district, after enforcement of PICA, vendor association threatened regional coordinator working in the area. Next. Next. I have already shared state policy in line with the FCTC Article 5 was notified in 2009 by our Secretary Hekali ma'am in 2019. So sensitization, awareness, generation of policymaker official workshop, virtual meeting, we have all organized agenda point incorporated in all level meeting. Declaration board, especially declaration board develop and displayed at all district and all key official. Next. Initiative taken in more than 115 institution and civil society organization declared their policy not to partner with TI, tobacco industry. Stories published in media, policy orders circulated to high-level official on regular basis, sharing and learning with each other, regular monitoring of potential violation and appropriate action taken by authorities. Agenda, all these are discussed. This is the order back. This is the our state level committee chairman, the principal secretary health, and all other departments. Principal secretary was included in this committee. Next. Next. This is rule regulation. I'm just sharing. Next. Main feature of this policy is to raise awareness about the addictive and harmful nature of tobacco product and about tobacco industry interference with parties tobacco control policies, to establish measures to limit interaction with the tobacco industry and ensure the transparency of those interactions that occur, to reject partnership and agreement with the tobacco industry. Next. State policy: avoid conflict of interest for government official and employees, require that information provided by the tobacco industry to be transparent, do not give preferential treatment to the tobacco industry. These are in our rule regulation. Next. These are some district, in all district we have a this DGMS, our directive issued to district level for empowerment committee. Next. And all district we have a committee. Next. This is our district level committee. They do a meeting with DLCC. Next. Discussion in our state level working group. We have a state level committee and a state level working group committee for tobacco control. Next. This first, this is we received a complaint from district collector circular. Our ACS Health issued directive to Foundation for a Smoke Free World. They approached education department for supporting and coordinating issue. Next. Education department also issued directive to all district not to participate in school competition organized or funded by any tobacco companies. Next. Next. District level committee review meeting already discussed. Next. These all are our committees meeting. Next. Discussion in district level workshop. Next.
CG, you can
के पास तो
conclude now.
सूची इस तरह से बहुत
We are
सारे
already late.
हम लोग मीडिया कवरेज किए. Next.
Please
Next.
conclude.
Next. Awareness in government official care department or TIA, sensitization on the role and responsibility of departments. Next. State level orientation with secondary education department. Next. This is the at state level policy implementation. Next. State level workshop with
PG, you may conclude, please.
For
You may
TIA.
conclude. The time is
Industry.
over. Actually.
Next. Back. This is our back. This is our declaration in every office. You can see here posted signages in all offices. It is compulsory. Next. This is Hum Framework Convention. We mentioned already. Next. Next. Signages in every department. Next.
जी आप ना conclude कीजिए. Late हो गए थोड़ा.
Vendor licensing. They are approaching for vendor licensing.
Yeah.
This is many Mathura and municipal corporation to stop tobacco vendor licensing issued letter written by the all association vendor associations. ITC logo portion month. This is ITC logo used in portion. So we have many challenges: policy notification institution at all level, summary sensitization official care department or establishment of monitoring mechanism at all level, appropriate action taken to neutralize TI in case of violation. Thank you.
So thank you, Satish ji.
Thank you.
So Satish ji is working in a very difficult state with a very large population. So and he's one of the most proactive consultants with the NTCP. So thanks a lot, Satish ji, and you have been able to notify the Empowered Committee under 5.3 in 2019, and it is true for districts also. So thanks a lot.
Thank you,
over to Dr. Rana.
Thank you.
Dr. Rana, if you want to add anything here.
So
Just a
Disha, do
minute,
we have
just a minute.
yes, so we have so thank you, Mr. Satish. So now we move on to our next state, that is state of Tamil Nadu. So we have Mr. Cyril Alexander, who is Executive Director with the MECT, Mary Annie Charitable Trust. So Mr. Cyril works closely with the children. With an organization, Children Against Tobacco, and then he also working on large number of other issues, including tax ban, uh, advertisement in films and television and OTT level, and then initiatives against tobacco industry interference. So, Mr. Cyril, very quickly, 5 minutes and very crisp. What is the challenge? What is the interference? And what action was taken? So very quickly, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Rana. Thank you very much. The tobacco industry, they always look for a younger generation. So as per their documents, you can see there are potential consumers. The tobacco industry, they want to concentrate the potential consumers through their CSR activities. So they are using the CSR is the mask for them. Tobacco industry, the big mask now we have available is the CSR. CSR is the big mask for them, and then through the CSR, they are doing a lot of activities, and then they are capturing the youth groups. So they coming with a lot of innovative ideas and innovative programs for the youth groups. And then in Tamil Nadu, we will find many such activities by ITC and other tobacco industries, even including the BD industry. So they see at present what they are doing is they are going to different colleges. They are doing some activity in the campus activity. Their entire campus has been decorated, and then they have many stalls, and then they start promoting their surrogate advertisements. Like, see, you can see the yellow, no, that classmate. This kind of stalls are available in the colleges, and then they are making some permanent stalls also. So really we have to we are working on this, and then we are working with the education department, and then we are going to the colleges and then educating about themselves, and then they are saying, oh no, we are not aware of that, and then immediately they are removing it. So but they are in a different way now. They are in an innovative way, and then they are coming with a lot of youngsters are involved. Many youngsters, volunteers, they are all involved in this kind of activities. The industry is somewhere, and then they are giving to the event management groups, and then the event management groups are doing like anything. We have other competitions like Sunfeast, Milky Magic All Rounder, and then they are also approaching the Horlicks. Horlicks is another mask for the tobacco industry. They are giving ITC notebook free if you buy Horlicks bottle, and then they are giving a ITC notebook. It's a Horlicks. It's a mask for the tobacco industry. So really, to address all these kind of issue, really we have to strengthen the civil society activities, and then we have to reach to the more civil society organizations, and then the monitoring the violations using tool like tobacco monitor and other digital monitors has to be used, because nowadays the digital world it's going like anything. So really we have to involve in this digital world, and then the engaging the youth. So that's also it's very important. The youth has to take care of the next level of tobacco control activities, and then we can see our success, the 242 order. Any tobacco industry, they are not supposed to enter into the educational institutions. So we have an order, and then the spell bee competition has been banned. Even the spell bee competition has been banned in Tamil Nadu, but they are able to do it in other states. So we need a national level order or national level 5.3 policies like that. Despite of Article 5.3, but still the violations are happening. Really, we have to document the violations and then report to the government. Then only the government will take action. So for that, really, we have to create the evidences and then submit to the government. And then the tobacco industry exploits weak enforcement. So they are also manipulating the enforcement thing, and then they are somewhat they are escaping from that. So for that, really strengthen the civil society organization, engaging the youth and the social media and influencers for tobacco control. So the social media influencers also are playing a major role. Really, we have to concentrate them, and then really we have to educate them, and then we have to get them our side, and then we will get the benefits. So way forward, clear enforcement guidelines and robust monitoring and shifting actions. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
So thank you, Cyril. So Cyril, actually, Alexander, he's doing an excellent work in Tamil Nadu on tobacco industry interference, especially. And he has developed an app, that Tobacco Monitor app. So everybody in tobacco control knows about the app, and it is very effective in tobacco control. So thank you, Cyril, for your presentation. And over to Dr. Rana.
Thank you, Cyrilji. So now our next speaker, Dr. Kamlesh Jain. Dr. Kamlesh is a professor, Department of Community Medicine in Medical College, Raipur, Chhattisgarh. He is also heading many other programs. I won't be able to name them, but he is also working as a state nodal officer, program officer for tobacco control, in addition to multiple other programs. So, over to Dr. Kamlesh.
Thank you very much, sir, for a nice introduction for me and all. Very good afternoon to all the panelists over there. Uh, as a nodal officer, I would like to share about the Chhattisgarh what we have done so far in tobacco control. In very brief, I don't want to go for with this whole presentation, but yes, in a brief nutshell, I just would like to share what is the status of the state to you. Everyone is knowing about it. Yes, high users are there, like a 39% users are there. Even at the school side, if you want to see, it is a almost 8%, less than the national national level prevalence, but still it is a significant for us. And the sewers are very high as compared to the smoking and other things. So this type of state is there, and even hookah and guraku users are very high in our state. State is very much committed for tobacco control. That is some of the institutional mechanisms is a proxy indicator for it. Like we have a state level coordination committee, DLCC is regularly happening in the state. Now we are the other departments like a police department, rural development department, urban administration, education, food and drug administration, and chief election officers, even all officers or the state officials are issuing a letter regarding the tobacco control, and they want to their institute tobacco free. Even the panchayat department is supporting us for a tobacco free villages. So in that way we are
Yes, please.
able to uh, raise our voice in terms of tobacco control. But tobacco interference, in terms of tobacco interference, still we have lot of challenges because we do not have a very concrete orders at our state level, like some budget notification or a geo letter from a chief secretary or something. We are lacking right now, but commitment is there. The file is under movement. Yes, they are having some queries regarding the tobacco industries. So we are providing all the informations to them. Very soon the order will be issued from the higher level because it is already committed in the SLCC. So this is one of the challenge which I would like to share here. The tobacco industry predominancy and the is there in a system, and they are still trying to linger on the things which can be done at the state level actually very soon. But meanwhile what we are doing, we are raising voices from the school side. We are raising voices from the school side. We are raising voices from the police department. We are also saying directly and indirectly, don't get any promotional. Like one example I would like to say, the health department has restricted all the NGOs. We will not work with any NGO which are getting any fund any fund from the tobacco, pharma, and alcohol industry. So tobacco is added over there. So we will not allow any partners or any CSR activity which is coming from the tobacco industry. So that type of arrangements are there, and for the tobacco control, some of the some of the things we have done, like a Jaspur tobacco free city, or Sarguja tobacco free districts, or tobacco free schools. Muhim is across the country, so it is not unique in Chhattisgarh only, but yes, it is in a very fast mode. One of the beauty for our state is the state has already adopted digital technology for a tobacco monitoring and control. So it is a tobacco monitoring app. Actually, it was supported by the union previously. Now it is a vital strategy. So people are supporting it, but still, state wanted to get it done actually through the NIC, National Informatics Center. So it is under process, but once it will be run in a very good way, so we will able to reach up to the village level, even at the hamlet level we will able to reach. So that will support us at the state level. But till the date I did not have a very significant interactions with the tobacco industry, which or representative or anyone at the state level. But still, I would say the tobacco industry is very much dominant in our state. Even the gutka, not making gutka, but making some different type of local products for chewing. uh, that type of industries are growing, and we are not the food and drug industry department is controlling all of them, but not up to the mark, because Gudaku is not under the Kotpa Act. That is one of the judgment. So that is why we are not able to stop them, or we are not able to reduce. So this is one of the challenge. So in that way, for the Chhattisgarh state, as we are uh, having a institutional mechanisms with us, very
Dr.
soon
Kamlesh, you can
we
skip
will.
these slides.
Yes.
You can just talk extempore if you want to. Just 30 seconds.
Yes, yes, sir. My presentation is over.
Okay, okay.
I have spoken.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Kamlesh. So he's one of the persons as an academician. He is also the SNO of the NTCP, and he has been working really well for maybe last 15 years. He's in the tobacco control. And the same problems as in other states, the CSR issue, the sponsorship, promotion, and indirect advertisements, they are also facing the same problems. But they have been able to ban the hookahs in their state, Chhattisgarh. So thanks a lot, Dr. Kamlesh. Over to Dr. Rana, please.
So thank you, all the panelists, for sharing your experiences, case studies from the states, and a lot of work which has been done to counter these interferences, to mitigate them. So as we always say, it's very important to document all these case study, all these experiences. So I would request RCTC and that all such instances should be collected, collated, and in the form of case studies, and maybe some next newsletter uh, can focus on these good, innovative, and replicable practices against tobacco and nicotine industry interference. So, along with my chair, Dr. Kesh Gupta ji, President Cypher. So we thank all the panelists, and now over to Dipali Dhiman. If Dr. Kesh Gupta wanted to say, and then thank you very
No,
much.
it's okay. So you have already, I mean,
Thank you very much. So over to the organizers.
yeah, we have already concluded the session, and we don't have any questions in the chat box. So Dipali, you may conclude then.
Thank you, chairs and speakers, for those deeply thoughtful reflections. As we have seen, the fight against tobacco and nicotine industry interference is not theoretical. It is playing out every day in our schools, in our hospitals, and on our streets. But this session gives us hope that with innovation, vigilance, and collaboration, we can overcome even the most powerful industry tactics. Let us carry these lessons forward and amplify them in every district of India. With that, we conclude plenary session 2. Thank you. Over to Dr. Jatina.
Thank you, Dipali.